Welcome back, everyone. Today, we dive into the incredible story of a man whose courage stretched across 3 wars, a Marine who refused to give up, no matter how many times he was wounded or how desperate the fight became. This is the remarkable story of Medal of Honor recipient, Colonel Archie Van Winkle. Archie was born on March 17, 1925, in Juneau, Alaska. A natural athlete and born leader, he captained both the football and boxing teams at his high school in Washington. After a short time at the University of Washington, 17-year-old Archie made a decision that would define his life. He enlisted in the Marine Corps Reserve in December 1942, just as America was fully entering World War II. During the war, Archie served in the Pacific as an aircraft mechanic, radioman, and gunner, flying 62 combat missions. He earned 2 Purple Hearts, 2 Air Medals, and the Distinguished Flying Cross for his bravery under fire. When the war ended, Archie returned home, continued his education, and fell in love with Lavon Bonnie Stewart, a college homecoming queen who would become his lifelong partner. But peace never sat still in Archie's heart. In 1948, he rejoined the Marines just in time for another war. By 1950, Staff Sergeant Van Winkle was part of the famous Incheon landing during the Korean War, a daring amphibious assault that turned the tide in favor of U.S. and UN forces. But it was during a brutal night battle on November 2, 1950, at Sudong, North Korea, that Archie's courage became legendary. That night, waves of Chinese soldiers swarmed the outnumbered Marines. Under heavy fire, Van Winkle realized his unit was about to be overrun. Refusing to retreat, he rallied a small group of men and charged directly into the heart of the attack. Every Marine in his squad was wounded, including Archie, whose arm was shattered by enemy fire, but they managed to regroup and hold the line. When the Chinese broke through again, Archie saw that a section of Marines had been cut off. Bleeding, half-conscious, and with only one good arm, he pushed forward through a storm of bullets and grenades to reach them. A grenade exploded against his chest, throwing him to the ground. Most men would have gone down for good, but not Archie. He refused evacuation, shouting orders and encouragement until he lost consciousness from blood loss. His bravery inspired his men to fight on, and they held their ground. Archie survived. Months later, while recovering in Japan and back home, he received the call no one forgets. He was being awarded the Medal of Honor. At first, he thought it was a joke. But on February 6, 1952, President Harry Truman placed the Medal of Honor around his neck. His wife, Bonnie, couldn't attend. She was in the hospital, about to give birth to their son. After his recovery, Van Winkle was commissioned as a 2nd lieutenant and returned to active duty, continuing to serve with the same unshakable sense of duty. By the time the Vietnam War began, he was a lieutenant colonel commanding the 2nd Battalion, 1st Marines, leading his men in some of the fiercest fighting of the war. In 1968, near Khe Sanh, he led a small group to recover fallen Marines and destroy defensive positions during a withdrawal. They were ambushed, but once again, Van Winkle's leadership and calm under fire saved lives. For his heroism, he earned a Bronze Star with a Gold Star in lieu of a 2nd award, and the Vietnamese Gallantry Cross with Gold Star. After 32 years of service, Colonel Archie Van Winkle retired in 1974. He worked in California's correction system for a time, then spent his later years living aboard a boat with his beloved wife, Bonnie. Together, they raised 4 children, 2 sons and 2 daughters. On May 22, 1986, the great warrior passed away aboard his boat from natural causes. His ashes were scattered at sea off the coast of southeast Alaska, the place where his story began. Archie Van Winkle's legacy is a testament to the power of courage, duty, and the unbreakable spirit of a Marine who gave everything for his country.